Hi there. Um, Thank you for everybody that subscribed and followed and liked, etc. I really, really appreciate it. I've just topped 2,000 followers, subscribers, and I've only been posting tutorials to this channel for a month. Prior to that, there were a handful of hat collection videos and then a few old bits left. So in a month, with just 10 tutorial videos, I've reached 2,000 followers, which is like amazing. It's not going to be too long now before I reach kind of being able to add link cards and even been able to monetize. So that's like incredible. Thank you. This has done me the world of good. Your support has done me the world of good, and I hope it continues. A lot of you know that I am ADHD and autistic, and I also have a number of other wonderful diagnoses: complex PTSD, OCD, various other things, most of which are anxiety and stress disorders related to either directly or indirectly to my neurodivergences. Growing up undiagnosed autistic and ADHD, and the traits of being autistic and ADHD, and just trying to live in a world that's not built for brains like mine. So it tends to mean that I don't have a great deal of confidence. I have a lot more than I had, say, 5 years ago, but I'm still kind of like, not comfortable being in front of the camera and not confident in what I and what people think of me and what this is just silly, really, isn't it? I mean, I've been designing and publishing particularly hat patterns for 20 years, and it's only in the last couple of years that I've started to consider myself an expert. I've more than done my 10,000 hours on sideways hats alone and on short rows, and probably 100,000 hours on hats, and I'm only just kind of starting to think, right, yep, I know what I'm doing. Now, a lot of people that are also neurodivergent, well, especially I'm assuming it's a universal experience, but it might not be, will understand that we think outside the box, right? We communicate with information differently. Different neurodevelopmental conditions interact with different information differently, but we all interact with the world differently. That's one of the kind of like the umbrella kind of traits. And because we see things differently and because we think outside the box and we approach things differently, we have had our ideas, our abilities challenged and undermined and not believed and whatever for our whole lives. It digs away at you don't concentrate enough, you're not trying hard enough, or you're being too direct, you're being too literal, or you're being too blunt, or you're being too rude, or you're being this, do this, and do that, and it eats away at you. And that means for me, and I suspect it's probably similar for a lot of other people, is that I put in 150% to make sure that I'm doing things well and that I'm communicating well and that I understand something well. It's a kind of well-known thing in neurodivergent circles that we put in twice as much work to get half as much as anybody else might get. It's just the way it is for people without brains in this world. So, and it's exhausting and it's hard work, but when I kind of get the support that I do from my community, it makes it worthwhile. I know I have a lot of neurodivergent people that follow me, and I am really, really happy that you're here and supporting me, and that you get me, and that you like my stuff. So thank you for supporting me as a whole person that has flaws and strange characteristics, and you see this top a lot right now because I bought this in New Jersey in a thrift store when I was over staying with a friend before VKL, and it's my new favorite thing to wear. So all my tutorial videos currently have me wearing it. That's one of my autistic traits. These are the kind of like little things that other people might not notice, but if you're neurodivergent, you probably do. And I'm going to carry on being that person. I'm going to try. Anyway, that was a bit of a babble today. Thank you for your support and helping me reach 2,000 followers in a month, and getting me close to targets where I can actually monetize and help run my business and give us a bit more financial support. So I really, really appreciate that. Anyway, ramble over. Thank you. Bye-bye.